I looked it up the other day. I think ice has been around that long.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that. I just hear about it a lot now.
Yeah.
Um, so your product is to kind of help is a it's a supplement. It's a
No,
gal.
hydration pack, like a camelback style pack. Yeah. So I build backpack
Oh,
is what it is, but backpacks for runners and cyclists. That's the focal point.
we like to pretend we didn't do any backstory research on you, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The character we play.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like our thing, you know,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
to be uneducated.
Yeah.
We
That's
like
all
to put
right.
ourselves in the shoes of the listener.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to. Yeah. You don't want to just act like you know everything. That would be too
So
easy.
that this product came about, I assume, because of need, because you there wasn't one in the market that wasn't really that great.
Right. Yeah. It was something I didn't like. They were too tight on your body. They squeezed. They moved around. They caused chafing. Just everything bad. And I just wanted to build something ultimately for me that would make running more fun because I've always thought running kind of sucks, but I do like to run and so yeah, I built the first backpack and little did I know 14 years later we'd still be kicking it and still making them.
What? Yeah. So this, what is the market for that? I mean, is there a big market for this? Is
Yeah.
there other people using it other than
Oh, of course.
your bike gangs?
Yeah. 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 Well,
Psychopaths. That
yeah. I
should be
mean,
the name of your Viking.
I
think of
keep thinking of
marathons.
Super Troopers, biker.
Yeah.
Um,
Think of marathons, right? You got 40,000 people that show up at the LA Marathon. A lot of people wearing hydration packs just because they can carry their own fluids and carry their phone, carry their cash for the beer garden afterwards. And those are the things that are important, right? I need to get through the race and I need to get to the finish line and then I need to celebrate a little bit. And ultimately that's where all that came about. But yeah, marathon triathletes, mountain bikers, road bikers, gravel cyclists, anybody that likes to go out. If you're going to go for more than an hour running or biking, you're probably going to be carrying a hydration pack with you to stay hydrated. So yeah, the market's, I mean, it's massive. It's I don't know, there's probably 40 brands in the market now that are specializing just in the hydration pack category, which sucks. It didn't used to be that many, but now there's a lot.
it's validating that you got on it early,
Yeah.
than them. You know, where more players got in the. I mean, probably a lot of those are, I assume, Timu quality, and not.
There's a lot of Timu. Yeah. I hate the Chinese. Yeah. Just to
Tell
be
us how
honest.
you really feel.
I really do. Yeah. I mean, I could
Got
go
our
on
clip
for,
right there, baby.
yeah, you can get me fired up. I mean, I know I shouldn't say stuff like that, but it's just facts. I mean, I don't like Chinese people. I hate Chinese government.
The
Smell
manufacturing
comes
side.
into it. You know,
Yeah.
it's Amazon is whether it's American consumers off as a large percentage often craving junk and cheap. And then of course the Chinese market selling it and Amazon allowing it to go. Yeah, it's a mess. But
What?
there are many of us brands that focus on high end stuff, and we want it to last. You know, it's simple things, but it's seemingly changing in the world.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Where can people find this? Where are y'all online to buy these packs?
Sure. Yeah, orangemud.com, Amazon, search up Orange Mud Hydration Pack. You'll find us. We're all over the place.
Can I pitch you a product idea that you could capitalize on
Sure.
down in the southeast?
Yeah, sure.
And no one's really.
Here we go.
No, it's well, it's you kind of think, what can you do with the same materials, right? And so, have you ever been to an SEC football game?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Did you ever go in college in your 20s or any of that?
Not to SEC, but yeah, I've been to play football games. Yeah.
Well, so there's a floppy flask kind of under like black market, basically. If you go to UF, they use Ziploc bag and a Ziploc bag, which is crusty because that'll explode. You're ruined. And Auburn, one little place sold a floppy flask that you put in front of your door as you're going into the stadium full of bourbon.
Yeah.
Now, here's what this is all I'm saying. They sell a lot of those. Not every college has them. You could do a big markup and be the premium one.
I like that idea. Yeah.
And I still do it at Tampa Bay Bucks games because I hate how it's expensive as hell to drink at a game, right?
It's
Like
crazy.
games are crazy. It's like I'm gonna take $200 to get a buzz, right?
Yeah.
And then B, you're cut off in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That would be my big selling point. Is like,
Sure.
hey, if this thing goes into overtime, I'm not drying out.
Yep.
You
And
know?
there's some stadiums, even like you ever been to a Raiders game, for example? They don't even sell alcohol in the second half. They just don't even sell it.
In
Yeah.
Vegas or is this Oakland?
I think anywhere there's a Raiders game. I know I was in San Diego.
I would
watching-
bet Oakland.
Yeah, I was in.
That seems a little rougher.
No, I was in San Diego actually watching the Raiders game. And granted, this was 10 years ago, but I went to buy a beer. They're like, yeah, you can't buy any beer. I'm like, why?
So is it
Fam,
They're
team
like,
specific because it's the Raiders? And
It was specifically because of the Raiders. They're
Oh,
like, we only
wow.
do it when Raiders fans are here. I was like, no shit.
Well,
didn't know that.
in the 90s, there was a lot of fights, like crazy amounts of fights.
This was like 2012
I
or
know,
something.
Oh,
And there was fights nonstop. When we walked in, I took a high school friend of mine plus a whole bunch of clients, and when I went in, my friend Beverly and I were walking along, and we literally had one group of guys come from the left flying past the center brawl. This is before the game even started. And then before we got another 20, 30 yards, another fight broke out right in front of us. And then before we got sit down, as we're literally walking into our seats, about 2 or 3 rows below us, there's like 5 or 6 guys brawling. And I was like, wow, this is actually living up to all the hype I've ever heard. It was awesome. So yeah, maybe it's gotten cleaned up. I don't know, but it quickly made logical sense as to why they don't sell alcohol in the second half.
I've never
Trent,
heard
you
that.
didn't know that? You didn't know that?
That it was team specific just for the Raiders? No.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
like, I thought that was like kind of common knowledge for NFL stuff. The fan base is horrendous.
Well, I know the fan base is horrendous, but I didn't know that they took those steps. If like the Raiders are playing, we're not selling beer this weekend. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy because that's a lot of money they lose.
Yeah.
You never seen the videos where they do the police stings of guys who never paid child support, and they go, "You got free Raiders tickets." And then-
I get what you're saying that the Raiders fans are
that's a real thing.
subhumans or whatever you're saying, but
I
No,
know,
but that they did it with Alabama fans too. Somewhere in Alabama, they go free. You got you won free tickets, and these guys
Yeah.
showed up and they go, "You're arrested. You're not paying child support."
that's awesome.
It's justice porn.
Yeah, but as far as that pocket is not a bad idea. I designed one of these backpacks I built over the years. It was a lifestyle backpack, and I built a secret compartment in it, mostly just to keep spare cash and credit cards for traveling purposes. Business really backpack is what it was. But the cool part about it, I went to I think I was watching Incubus or somebody at the Hollywood Bowl in LA, and there you could bring in backpacks, at least at the time. But I hid a whole 3-liter bladder full of wine inside of there, just because I figured, well, what the heck, we're gonna be out here under the stars. It's a really cool theater. But I knew they'd charge $1 trillion, and I brought a real nice bottle of wine, and the guy couldn't figure it out. It's like, man, your backpack is heavy, and I just can't figure it out. But it was all a secret compartment, and he couldn't figure it out. So,
Yeah,
I mean, if we're-
is that where my head's at? Because that's you have to have so much wine, but
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
yeah, you can do it with bourbon too.
I mean, you could make it a muscle suit and make it, flattering for people.
Right.
For girls, have it be a big butt implant.
You could just
thing.
reach down and lick your
Or
titty and get a drink.
yeah. I'm not so sure they don't already have that for some reason. I think they do have a beer belly where it's like a big
I've seen
stud.
that. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
make it muscles, and then people go, "Oh, okay, yeah."
yeah,
But it's
And
hot. That's the only problem.
yeah.
It's too I'm talking.
How bad do you want to get drunk, bro?
I'm just saying. Well, we got to find. This is called R&D, dude. So this is like we got to figure out where the temperature is it going to make you sweat so much that you might pass out before you drink, or after one drink. The best I
Yeah.
ever saw. I was visiting Old Miss when I was a senior in high school, and I went to a game, and a guy had a fake cast, and he broke it off, and it had a huge flask, like a liter flask in there, a plastic one.
Exactly.
I was like, damn, that's pretty smart.
Yep.
But the floppy flask you put in. By the way, I don't think that name's taken. You can get that IP. Not to not to go all Chinese on it, but
Yeah.
but like
You have to blot it out so no one trademarks it ahead of time.
it's not designed. It's not pocket. You have to put it in front of your unit and
Yeah.
your like briefs because they can't check there.
Right. Yeah. It's a good idea. Maybe put some sort of cooling packets in it, keep your temperature down.
Well, if
I
you're like me,
understand.
you have a lot of room to spare down there. Right? I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can get about a handle's worth.
Or two.
And,
Yeah.
and no one's
Yeah.
the wiser. I could wear Umbros and no one's looking twice.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So
yeah,
brave.
you could also go for the taint region. No one's going to check the taint region. No one wants to
But
go touch that. Right.
yeah, well, yeah, that's where I put the tape sometimes when it gets too big.
Yeah.
So
True.
this kind of went off the rails.
What else?
What else? Where you want to talk about the straight
Or
elbows
run
or
over a nutsack.
Hey,
where's what's on
Nutsack
Palestine,
sack.
Israel?
Nut snack. You can put snacks in your nuts.
Ooh, now we're
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah. Right.
Synergy, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. We could. Yeah. Put the nuts underneath and the bourbon in the front. Yeah. I can't see how that thing could go wrong. It's already going to be salted. You could actually save money without having to buy salted nuts.
There you go.
You'll have sodium wash down.
It's organic.
Yeah. It's organic nuts.
Cross sell, upsell.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I like this. Yeah. This
So
is
what-
probably has legs. Yeah. Probably better than nicotine gum, actually. Probably.
Hey, wait a second.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's our family member.
Yeah.
You better
Third
fruit chill
kid.
out, dude.
Yeah. Well, we can maybe expand on that. Maybe some little nicotine gum dispensing unit or
Well,
something.
did you? I mean, nicotine is finding different methods to get to people. I find it funny that there's like the dip pouches for nicotine now. That a lot of people like Rogue or whatever. With y'all when you were cycling, were you cycling ever? Did you take it? Did you juice up
Never.
to do some of these races?
No, never. I've always been an endurance guy. I've always been worried it might freaking kill me. I think most of the guys that are juicing are generally doing shorter duration stuff. Now, I mean, of course, there are plenty of people. Yeah, I mean, your pro tour riders that are more doing blood pumping or whatever. There's a variety of different mechanisms, I guess, that they probably are doing. But as far as steroids and whatnot, no, I don't know. I've never even known anybody to try that in cycling. But I have definitely raced against guys that were doing some sort of, EPA or EPO or, I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's amazing how you're racing against somebody and you constantly beat them over and over and over and over and over. And then all of a sudden they go from 10th to first place every single race. They're doing something that is better than what I'm doing in a very short period of time. But yeah, no, I've always just tried to, have a good time. I'm not out there for prize money. I mean, most of these sports have none. I don't want to die like that.
How often are you doing these sorts of races?
I've been doing them since I was 22. I'm 48 now, and I don't race near as much. I did a 24-hour race a month ago. I did a 12-hour race a couple weeks before that. But otherwise, I'm not doing anything other than just riding and running, having a good time for probably till the summer, late summer. So just a few a year anymore. But it used to be, anywhere from 10 to 30 races a year, just depending on what discipline it was. But
so you say 24-hour race. You talking you don't stop for 24 hours, or you stopping and you're just
just
pedaling
hammer
that whole time?
Just hammer.
Forrest Gump shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've ran up to 100 miles in racing. The 24-hour race I just did, we did a kayaking, mountain biking, trail running, and a total of around 70 miles over 24 hours. And we just went straight go the whole time. Started at 8 p.m. On Friday night. We finished at 8 p.m. Saturday. So yeah.
Josh, what are you running from? What are you trying to escape, man?
Yeah, I got a lot of people to prove wrong is what I've always said. But no, I like doing it. Otherwise, what's the purpose, right? What are we here for? Just sit around our computers all day? Well, we can go out and do something that'll scare you. And I think that's where I find the extra excitement in doing that. It just gives you something to make you nervous to train and do something healthy tomorrow. Otherwise, I just sit around and eat bonbons and have a good time.
Uh-huh. So what's that like when you're done after a 24-hour race? You cross the finish line. What does the next couple hours look like? You passing out right away, or are you just laying on the ground? What do you do?
I brisket tacos and a beer, and then took a shower, went to bed, and it was fantastic. It's if you're doing it right, you're drinking a lot of fluids, you're getting a good amount of calories. When you finish, you shouldn't be even all that hungry if you're doing it right. And but I mean, they were grilling fresh brisket tacos there, and I couldn't ignore having 5 of those, and I think some pieces of pizza. But But otherwise, usually a beer, and then you're done. You have this grand vision. You're going to have like a 6-pack or something, but the reality is you're tired and you're going to have one or half of one. And you're going to be ready to go to sleep.
I just find it funny whenever these races, these long races are done, you cross the finish line, they're like, all right, just walk half a mile down that way and get to your car. And it's like, where are the wheelchairs at? Like, where these poor people have to go find their car in the parking lot. They're doing another mile after that stuff. I remember the lowest I ever did was a half marathon. And it was like, the work was just beginning once I crossed the finish line to find my car. It was super frustrating.
Yeah, LA Marathon is like that. You finish and then, you walk a ways over to the beer garden, you have a good time, and then you need to basically begin your next adventure home, which is to get to the car. It's a freaking long ways, but this
Dealing with Raiders fans.
My truck was 200 yards away. It was super easy, and I brought my box trailer. I just went and freaking showered off, went to sleep on the cot, woke up the next day and cruise home. But you're surprisingly generally pretty good after these type of races. 12, 24-hour races. It's just different. Marathon beats the living crap out of you. Half marathon beats you up. I felt better finishing 50-mile races than I do anything after a marathon. Marathon's just so hard on your body. It's all that pavement just constantly pounding sucks. But no, it's amazing. Your body it'll keep going. Not a big deal.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those things. Once you stop moving, then like for 10 minutes, your body's like, all right, time to shut it down, kind of thing. Yeah. It should be called the goddamn LA Marathon, because when I lived out there, every year I'd forget. And I'd be driving on Sunday morning and I'd be like, God damn it. LA Marathon blocking off the city. They don't tell anybody when it is, really. I feel like
they probably do, and you just don't pay attention.
Yeah, they probably do.
Dude,
you gotta watch the news.
It's a complaint that they could put like on street lamps or like they could put signage. There is signage for other shit around there.
Yeah.
They could put it over the rainbow pixelated flag on the WeHo cars, the cop cars out there. If you've seen those cop cars, they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
They're really just leaning into being super gay, which is awesome. They can put a message there. I'm just saying there should be more signage. Click it or ticket. Get rid of that.
There's an incredible amount of people. The whole reason we actually left California, it was that day that I went down to the LA Marathon. It took me a couple hours because traffic sucked once you got there, but it took me 4 hours to get home that day. And I lived in Corona at the time. In theory, it's a 46-minute drive. I the weekend before gone there in 46 minutes, but it took me 4 hours to get home. I was ready to murder anybody and everybody on the freeway. And it was that day I was like, I can't live here anymore. I'm done. We did. You moved like 2 months later.
Where are you now?
Austin, basically the north end of Austin, a town called Liberty.
You pulled a Rogan.
Yeah, man. Texas is. It's awesome.
Well, the taxes, man. If you're starting a business, I mean, Tennessee, Florida, Texas, these are all much better states to be in.
Sure. Yeah, no state income tax. Property taxes still kind of suck, but man, the quality of life, the quality of people, and the access to everything outdoors is really incredible. The amount of lakes and rivers and everything around are just awesome.
And there's so many cool little towns around there. Like I went to a country concert and to see Willie Nelson. And like Green. Because there's all these little German sounding towns everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're like, I never knew this existed. And then I was like, oh, Green Hall. That's like a famous place.
Right.
Where people record albums and stuff.
That's awesome.
We've got you got anything else there? Because we've got another one after this, and I want to make sure we do I know he gave us a lot of ROI kind of stuff that are bullet points to talk about, but if you want to breeze through them real quick, we could do another lightning round if you like.
Sure, I'm up for whatever, man. I'm easy.
I'm gonna pull it up real.
It doesn't have it pulled up.
I was like,
I didn't think you say yes.
I have sweaty fingers. No, I had it open and it went. Most founders confuse activity with ROI. What do you say about that, huh?
Yeah, never. Yeah, it's always about what actually transpires. What are you getting done?
So you think like most people, because they're busy, think that should be ROI? Is that kind of what you're saying there?
I think a lot of people think that, and I think it's a terrible metric. Yeah, Yeah, I don't ever want to be busy. I only want to get things done. I'm always on a quest to get things done as fast as possible so I can hopefully goof off and do something else.
Yeah, that's kind of like feeling versus what actually
Yeah.
is, emotion versus like math,
Yeah, it's like
essentially.
spending $100,000 a month in Facebook ads and making nothing from it versus spending 100,000 and making 3 times that. Same thing.
Wow. Give me that budget, I'll crush it.
Yeah.
The fastest ROI fix is a follow up game. Is that kind of I kind of believe in that too. Follow ups
Yeah.
follow ups a lot in life. I feel like
It is. Yeah, and most people never do. Yeah, I would say you can't go wrong with that. I mean, there's a million different pieces, but as far as following up, you spend so much time to actually get a lead. If you're not working to follow up on them, you're failing. The best account I ever got, I worked on for 5 years, and I just never gave up. And that first year, I did 5 million with them, and it was honestly, it set probably my whole course of trajectory in business. But it took 5 years to actually get the guy to say, I'll give you an order. I was like, really? Oh shit. Okay. This is great. So yeah, I would rank that up there among the top.
well, this one bullet point almost got me horny. Marketing ROI is mostly an infrastructure problem.
Yeah.
I want to hear what your thoughts are on that because
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So I think there's way too many. I've hired tons of agencies over the years. And I mean, I've been in business just for myself for 14 years across 3 companies. And the problem that I think I have spent in the past, as well as numerous businesses, is chasing a platform. Like I need to be good at Facebook. But it doesn't matter if you're good at Facebook if you don't have the whole ecosystem. Like you have to first understand where your leads coming in from, i.e. maybe Facebook. And then are they going to go to your website? Well, if you have a shitty website, you're wasting money. And if you don't have a way to measure them, then you don't know what you're doing. And then if you don't have a CRM system or some sort of, capture system to capture the leads, then you're also wasting your money. And then you have to follow up. So it really comes down to you have to have the complete pipeline. And if you don't understand what that is, and if you don't have those baseline metrics in place for success, then you're going to fail.
From your from your mouth, man, to God's ears. That's
It's brutal, right?
Yeah.
It's
Weird thing to
maybe
say
that
after
wasn't
said
the
you got horny.
optimistic approach. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't mean to. But yeah, the
my
reality is,
my horniness is very
From your mouth.
spiritual. It's spiritual. Dude. No, but I agree. It even starts way before that. People get caught up in tactics, and it's your approach needs to be more about. Most people don't know who they are as a business,
Yeah.
like what their
Right.
goals are, who their audience is. If I'm being very snide, I like to go, "Who do you think your target audience is?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, what a shitty way to ask that." And I'm like,
Right.
"Well, who is it?" And they don't know most of
Right.
the time.
Yeah.
They're essentially lucky that they have the audience they might have already, kind of thing. They don't know why they have it,
And
and
it
so
changes too, right? I mean, or you
right,
can
and
anyway.
then people go, "We need Facebook ads," and it's like, well, now you're beholden to that platform's algorithm. And
Yeah.
once they go, "Hey, it's going to be more expensive," or
Yeah.
for whatever reason, you get booted off for some violation because AI bots, just swept you and
Sure.
doomed you a penalty, then you're fucked. So it's
Yeah.
like, don't be beholden. You gotta diversify the tactical part like that because a lot of people make that mistake. They go,
Yeah.
"We're crushing it with snail mail."
Sure.
And
Or again,
that's
they
all we're
think they're
gonna do.
crushing it and they're not measuring it right.
Right.
That's a big one. I mean, it really is. It's something that Meta overstates my return on investment by 2 to 3x, which is a giant issue.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
most people are like, "Oh, I'm making money." I'm like, "Well, are you? I mean, do you really know that?" But yeah, I think if people define the problem that customers have and then they look at what their solution is, then they can go in and they can approach all that. But most people don't even really define what the problem is that customers have. They're like, "Well, I sell stuff." Well, okay, but what you're selling, does it match a problem? And then once you have that, then it's easy to define the persona and then build everything on top of it. But I think too many times we focus on, and again, I've done it too, but too many times we focus on, I made this and it's going to be awesome and people are going to buy it. But we don't really look at the other side of the coin. So yeah, it's,
Yeah. My first idea when I was in 8th grade was a bagel where we fill in the hole. We call it bogles.
yeah.
More bagel for your buck.
Man,
Instead
you know
of-
what?
I
That's a
didn't-
good
I didn't-
idea.
I didn't
I like
solve
that.
any problem though. That's not a problem. That's just not. That's a high idea, you know.
It's a great idea, though. You should start a
How do they
chain.
even make bagels?
Yeah, why do they have holes in them?
I mean, where's the hole? I mean, or what is that? Are they
It's
rolling
just
up
an
dough
area
and then
to
going like
pull
this
out.
and making it a circle? I mean, there must be something to that.
Yeah.
Look, no one can figure that out ever. It's like
Yeah,
physics we don't understand.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
spiritual.
but not
Dark
bad for a
matter.
12-year-old pitch, you know. I appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Yeah, likewise.
Sorry this was a little silly. Right.
Hey, that's all right. It's good. All good, man. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, man,
See
that's
ya.
fun. Thanks.
Bye.